Hello everybody and welcome back to Tough I Got. In today's video we're going to see about Vladimir Putin, and without any further ado, let's get into today's video. Vladimir Putin, born 7th October 1952, is a Russian politician who served as a Russian president from 2000 to 2008 and from 2012 onwards. Between 2008 and 2012, he served as a Russian prime minister, making him the most powerful and de facto leader in Russia during his time in office. Since 2012, he has served as Russian president. From a young age, Putin was keen on sports, particularly martial arts such as judo. He has maintained an interest in sports during his time as a politician. Putin studied law at Leningrad State University, writing a PhD thesis on the importance of energy policy for future Russian economic success. After graduating in 1975, he joined the KGB. He was involved in the monitoring foreigners and consular officials in Leningrad. From 1985 to 1990, he was posted to Dresden, East Germany. On the collapse of the East Germany government, he returned to Leningrad where he was involved in the surveillance of the students' body. In August 1981, there was an attempted coup of communist hardliner with a link to military and KGB against Mikhail Gorbachev. On the second day of the issue, Putin resigned from the KGB and sought to pursue a political career. Putin said that the decision to resign from the KGB was hard, but he didn't support the direction of the coup and the hardliners. During the early years of his presidency, Putin gained substantial popular backing up because of his hardline and military issues and overseeing a return of economic stability. He cultivated a macho action man image, a fearless leader and sportsman, helped by sporting and KGB past. This image was attractive to voters. After a decade of inflation and falling living standards during the 2000s, Russia embarked on a sustained period of economic growth, falling unemployment and raising living standards. The strong performance of the economy was attributable to the rising price of the oil and gas and strong macroeconomic management as well. Earlier in his leadership, he came to an arrangement with the new Russian oligarchs, powerful businessmen who gained control of formerly state-owned industries. Putin made a deal where they agreed to start paying tax and avoiding politics in return for leaving them free to pursue their business interests. This helped raise revenue for the government and reduce the political influence of the oligarchs. In 2008, unable to run for third time as president, he ran for prime minister, with his dual political aide Medvedev becoming president. However, it was Putin who remained the more powerful figure. In 2012, Putin was re-elected as a third time as president. However, for the first time, this led to widespread protests of the lack of democracy in Russia. Increasingly, Putin's regime has been criticized for being dictatorial and avoiding a true democracy. For example, former Russian President Gorbachev, who was initially a supporter of Putin, said he was disappointed by the increased disrespect for democracy and authoritarian tendencies. In 2007, Gorbachev said Putin had pulled Russia out of chaos, while in 2011 criticized Putin for seeking a third time as president. Gorbachev was severely critical for the 2011 elections. The results do not reflect the will of the people, Mr. Gorbachev said at that time. Therefore, I think Russian leaders can only take one decision: annul the results of the elections and hold new ones. In July 28, 1983, Putin married Ludmila. They have two daughters, Maria, who was born in 1985, and Yekaterina, who was born in 1986 in Dresden. Putin himself is a practicing member of Russian Orthodox Church. His religious awakening followed the serious car crash of his wife in 1993 and was deepened by a life-threatening fire that burned down the dacha in August 1996. Right before an official visit to Israel, his mother gave him a baptismal cross, telling him to get it blessed. "I did as he said, and then put the cross around my neck. I have never taken it off," said Putin. Putin was supportive of Russian Orthodox Church and supporting the imprisonment of members of Pussy Riot, the pop group who protested about Putin and the church. However, the decision of imprisonment members of Pussy Riot was widely condemned across the world for breaching human rights. In March 2014, in the wake of turmoil in Ukraine, Putin authorized the use of Russian troops to enter the region of Crimea. Shortly after, a referendum was organized where a majority of people voted to leave Ukraine and rejoin Russia. There were criticism over the legitimacy of the referendum, but Crimea has effectively left Ukraine for Russia. The issue of Ukraine had led to increased tension between Russia and the West. And that brings me to the end of this video. Hey, wait, before you go, check out Putin's swag compilation. And until the next video, this is Stuff I Got, signing off.